Okay, let's see if this is working. Hi, everybody. So, as usual, I am doing a live in like a spur of a moment thing. And see if I can put my comments here. That is my biggest thing. I can never see comments. Let's see if I can fix that. All right. Hi, Karen. Ooh, hi, Vina. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming. All right, so I see comments on YouTube, and hopefully I'll be able to see if there are any comments on. Hi, Danka and Natalie. Hi for Belgium. How are you? Okay, so yeah. Oh, hi Terry. How are you? Uh, oh, my girls, I haven't even said good morning yet, and it's 2 o'clock, after 2 o'clock already. Okay, so yeah, I've been busy and I'm making a new mini album, and I just decided that instead of just recording it, I'm just going to do it live. What I do and put together, and this way, if anybody has a question, hopefully I can see the comments and answer. Hi, Micah. So, I already recorded one video on how I'm cutting all the paper. I'm doing it different this time because it's only going to be using only one pack of the 12 by 12. And the album is 6 by 6, and it'll have 4 pages. So I was able to actually use up a lot of the paper in a very fun way. So it's not going to be costing an arm and a leg to make it. So what you'll need is just one pack of 12 by 12 and 3 sheets, maybe 4, just in case. But I used up 3 sheets of solid cardstock and about 30 sheets of the solid, just the regular base cardstock. So I used craft color this time. Hey. Oh. Yes, I do have my purple shirt. And actually, it's a shirt that I have. It's called Inch Inevitable here. See? It's all Japanese chins that I got from the Chin Rescue. So I really like it. I wear it a lot. Okay, so if you see the recording after, this is a live video, but if after that, I'm going to put this recording. It'll be available for you to go back to and see everything. And I'm going to post a basics video so that you'll see all the basics of my tutorials. And then I always do just putting together everything after it's cut and measured, and all the edges are inked. So I will also give you a cut list, but I will read the measurements now just so that you'll have an idea. Okay, so this is my base page. It's A1 and I have 2 wings on it. It is 6 by 7.25, and it is double scored on both sides. So it's double scored here and double scored there. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using regular glue and not tape, just in the interest of doing things a little faster. this time around. Okay, so we have A3, which is a large pocket. I'm going to be putting this here also. And I have A2. A2 is a right flap. A2 is 5 1/4 by 6 5/8, and it is double scored at a 1/2 inch and at 5/8 of an inch. Okay. And then we have a few more things here. Let me see. We have A4, which is a lift flap, and this will go here. Okay, so we have a few things. Let's start. Let's take A3 and cut this piece here. As you can see, I left it here. This is started as a 6 by 5. And I just left it here so that you can see what I'm doing with this big piece. And don't worry about the measurement. Like I said, you know, when the video will be finished, you'll have the cut list available and ready. Okay. And everything is already inked. And by inking, I mean I just take my dabber and I put it in some ink and I cover all the edges so that I want to get rid of the white edges and give it a nice ending, nice finish. Right there. Okay, so let's take this one and put it over A3. And in the video that I made where I cut all the pieces, you'll see how I cut it already. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll see very clearly how I cut it. Okay, after I put it here, I'm going to trim around here. And I'm going to be leaving about 1/8 of an inch border. Like that. Okay. Now, because it is a pocket and my A3 piece is scored on 3 sides, I'm trimming the edges in a triangle exactly where the 2 score lines meet. And I will fold it. And this time I also decided that I'm inking my cardstock because everything is very beigey and browny with, you know, so it gives it a little bit of a definition. I don't usually do it, but this time I decided that I'm doing it. Okay, so this will go over here. A2. That's my A2. There's a right flap. Okay. A2 is 5 1/4 by 6 5/8 double scored. Again, scored at the 1/2 inch and at 5/8 of an inch. And my A2 is going to go over A1, and it is a right flap, so I'm gluing it to the right side with the 2 wings, one on top and one on the bottom. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm gluing it on the bottom. Like that. Okay, so and this will go right on top like that. So that's the pocket going over A2. And the pocket has 3 wings, so you have to glue 3 of them and put this on the bottom. Over here. This piece I actually want to go under. And this is A2 5 3/4 by 3 solid color cardstock. All right, so what we have is we have a rounded corner, a rounded pocket over a flap. Okay, so here I have 2 surfaces. And I have, what do I have here? A4 is a left flap. Okay. Hi, Leanne. Sorry, I'm not reading my comments, and I don't know why I can't really see my Facebook comments again. Okay. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Carla and Jessica. Oh my goodness, I have so many watching. Hi, Lorna. Okay. Sorry, I when I'm concentrating, I forget to read my comments. It's just not really good. Okay, so A4 is a left flap. It is 5 by 6 and is scored once on the 5-inch side. And this will be here. Okay. I don't know if I want to do, maybe I'll want to do it a top flap. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it as a top flap, not as a left flap, because I want this to be even there. Okay, this will go here, and then I have 2 pockets right there and there. Okay. Change a plan. I always do that. I always design something, and then the last second I change my mind. Okay. So I have 2 pockets here. I have A6. Yeah, see, you know, this will go like, it will look better this way, I think. Okay. So A5 and A6 pockets. Are 2 1/8 by 7, and it is double scored on the 7th side. So I get this little short pocket that I can put right there like that. Okay. Do the same thing to the other one. Okay. Yeah. Anybody knows how I can not unhide my come comment. No, can't cancel that. How can I unhide my comments on Facebook? Because I can't see. Okay, so I'm going to put one pocket over here and one over here. And then I will put, I don't know if I want to put the white one here. One like that, one here, and one here. All right, I'll put this here. And this here. Okay. I feel like I didn't cut everything that I needed to cut. Okay. Yeah. All right. I cut 2 pieces of white, and I'm going to trim it just a smidgen. I want it to be 5 and 3/4 over here. And this green is nice here, or I put it there. Yeah, it's hard for me to make a decision. Maybe I'll put the green here. Okay, so this is 3 by 5 3/4. This is A4. Put the other pocket here. Okay. And I'll put this one here. I'm going to ink the edges of this one. Hi, Renelle. How are you? Let's see if I can bring the comments. I don't know how to do it. One of these days I'll learn. Okay, and I like this here. And I have these 2 pieces that I'm going to put one here and one here. Okay, so this is A4. And A1. So A1 and A4 are identical. I'm going to put one on this pocket and one on this pocket. Okay. All right, so I have this piece here. I'm going to put one here and one here. I'm going to cut it to 5 3/4. So it's half an inch by 5 3/4. And I don't know why I didn't ink it yet. So this new collection, you'll see when in the video probably where I cut all of the pieces, had a lot of borders. So I removed them from the general page because I can put it back together any way I like. No. Thank you, Ronelle. I'm good. I am good. I'm enjoying myself today, doing a little project, taking a break from working on the website and shipping, and figured I have all these new collections coming. I might as well just find some time to play and do something fun. Okay, so we have this here and we have this here, and I think I'm going to put the second white over here. And again, normally I wouldn't use just glue over white, but this is a quick project today that I really want to just do and finish. And I'm supposed to get the new collection into the store probably, I would say 2 weeks, or maybe even less than 2 weeks. It's supposed to be here. It's supposed to ship out on Friday. So it could be here really fast. So I wanted this to be ready for you guys. So this is just a very simple first page, a little pocket here, and a little flat page here. Now what I did also is I took, let me see, you can probably see in my little tray here, I have a lot of cutouts from the collection, so we can decorate it in fun ways. I already fussy cut everything. What I didn't do is I didn't ink everything yet. And this will be kind of fun here, and maybe do something little there. This is kind of fun, little envelope. So all these little ones, I might just do like a little tuck, which means I'm going to take this piece of paper and only glue it on a couple of the edges, not all of them. So I only glue it around this side and this side if I want to put it there. So that if I want to do, let's say, a tag, you know, small tag, I can just tuck it in like that, let's say. Okay, so let's do a little tag with this piece. So I just take the leftover piece that I have here. It's 2 3/4 by 3 5/8. And just cut around it. So I give it about 1/8 of an inch around. Okay, so I cut it at 4 by 3. We can trim the corners. But you know what, let me do it with a diagonal, just in case you don't have one like that to trim the corners with. And let me see where my scissors are. So you take this piece, trim the edges a little bit. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Danka. I appreciate it. Danka is saying that it's really nice of me to teach this mini. You're welcome. I try. Okay, let me see. Just 1 second, guys. I really want to be able to see my Facebook comments if I can. Again, I can't see it. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Okay, I'm giving up. Okay, so after I cut the edges here, I can put it over on top and glue it. And don't put too much glue. You really don't need too much. And then you can just go ahead and trim the edges. Make sure everything is even. And I'm going over it with the inking. I use like a dark brown. And we can just go ahead and tuck it into the envelope like that. We can do something else here. Something, I don't know what I want to do yet, but we'll see. So this is my first page. Can do something here. You know, if you have leftover pattern paper, you can take a punch and do punch outs. Let's see if I can show you. here. I punched out, let's say, this little heart. So it's fun to just add it here and there. You know, it adds a touch of color. Like that. Okay, so this is the first page. I'm going to put this aside and we're going to do B. Let's get rid of all the little things here. Oh, I remembered I wanted to do something with this one. I wanted to put it here, but I didn't. I did that one instead. Okay. I'm taking all these and I'm putting it aside. There's even with these little things, there's something that I can do, believe it or not. I'm put it together like a mosaic. Anybody else don't throw things out? All the little papers, I always leave them. Okay, number 2. Okay, B. That's B2 over B1. That's B1. Okay. So B1 is the base of my B section that will be going over the back side of A1. So on A1, I have 2 wings, and B1 is going to be just a 6x6 piece that will be glued like that. Okay, and together it'll create a pocket over here. So as you turn the pages, you're going to have the left side of the page and then the right side of the page. So my B1 is 6x6, and it doesn't have any score lines or any folds. Okay. B2 is a left flap. Let me see, this is my B2. So that's my left flap. Let me see what I planned on doing here. So the left flap is going on the left side of my page. So it is 6.5 by 6, and it's scored once. So after you score it once on the 6.5 side, you get a 6x6 surface. Okay. And I am inking around the edges. Put the glue down, and let's glue it on the left side. Okay. So over here, I have a belly band there. I don't know what oh, this is my mat. Sorry. This is my mat. So B6. That's B6. It's a belly band. It's going to go behind over here in the back. Okay. The belly band is 4 5/8 by 7 1/8, and it is scored twice. You see, you have an S. It means that one is scored on the right side and one score is on the left side. And I'm going to put it right in the center of my left flap. And I'm putting it over my grid here just to see that I'm putting it straight in the middle, like that, and like that. Okay, so here I have 2 pieces. Let me see, this will go, I think like that, yeah. This is 1/2 inch by 5 3/4. Put it on the right side. Master of Craft. Hi. How are you? So Ronelle said, I keep all my thing offcuts. I make a collage packets with them. Me too. I make like not really collage. I make let me show you if I have it here somewhere. Like what do you call it? Here. Like a mosaic kind of thing. All this little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. It's really cool. I like that. Okay, so I have a belly band there. And this is the B6 to go over my belly band. And the size of this one is 5 3/4 by 4 3/8. Just make sure that you're putting it the right side up. So it's nice when I leave the borders and you can still see it. And this will be my mat, and it will go right in here like that. So I take the mat, and the mat is 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and I cut 2 pieces at 3/4 by 3/4 by 5 5/8. Putting one on the right and one on the left. Oh, hi, Jess. Okay. And again, I took white, and I'm going to put it right here at the center. So this is 5 5/8 by 4. You don't really have to put the white cardstock there. I add it because it adds more sturdiness. It's not as floppy. So this is my mat, and if I put it right in here, you see it covers the photo. So it's kind of fun. And then you pull it out and you reveal the photo, and you can take it in and out from either way, either side, like that. It's kind of fun. Okay, so we'll leave this here for now. I'm going to take this one This is B2. It's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I'm going to put it on the outside of my left flap right there. I think my neighbor is outside. You hear the dogs? They're very brave when they're inside the house, especially the little one. She thinks she's giant. So Ronell's Sky Blue Hippie is Vina. Okay, here we go. Now we have still B3 and B4. So B3 is a right flap. We're going to put it on the right. Okay. That's my B3. So this one is 6.5 by 6, and it's scored once on the 6.5 side. It's already inked all around. I'm just inking it again where I'm holding it. Now this will go here, and I want to make sure that the size is correct when I fold it. I don't want it to interrupt the folding action right there. So it's almost, you see, almost. Maybe I'll trim it just a smidgen. I always recommend to give it a try before you actually glue it. So here I remove just a smidgen off. I'm going to have to re-ink. And when you're inking, you don't have to. If you're doing black, you don't have to ink it. And if you're doing white, you definitely don't ink. But I'm doing craft color paper, and I like to ink that one. So we'll put this on the right. Make sure it is even. Okay. And this beautiful image will go right on the outside over here. Okay, so this is B3. Okay, and I don't know if I wrote down the measurements. Let me see. It's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. It has really pretty images, this collection, and very soft, earthy colors. So Casa Granada, it has a little bit of like I don't know if we had a Spanish feel to it. So it's like kitchen stuff and, you know, greens and pinks. Really, really pretty. Okay. So that's on the outside. And B4 is also a flap, 6 3/8 by 6. And I already took out a little bit from the length. See, so it is not exactly 6 inches, it is less, because this will go over here. I just want to make sure again that it fits right, and it does. Okay, let's glue the wing, and it's going on the inside of B3 on the right side. So all the way to the farthest side when it's all open, this is where this goes. Okay, again, make sure that it doesn't interrupt the fold line. It has to be able to fold easily. Okay, so when you open it here, you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4 spread. But when it's closed, it will close like that. Okay. So let's see what we're putting here together. So here I have, this will go here. Here I have a pocket that will go here. And then I have these two that will go on the inside. Okay. Let's do first things first. This is my pocket. It's a flat pocket. Okay, it's B5. It's 5 7/8 by 2.5. And the flat pocket doesn't have any score line or folds, and it's just glued on 3 edges. Okay. I have this B5 in a solid color. Is where did I put the measurement for it? Oh, I did not put the measurement for it. Okay, so I'll give it to you now. It is 5 3/4 by 3. Okay, 5 3/4 by 3. This will go over here on top. And then on top, and this, I have this little piece that it's a 1/4 inch. This will go here, like that. And I don't know if I want to put it here. I have 2 of them. I don't know why I have 2 of them. I don't think I need 2 of them. Let's see. Let's put the first one on top, on the background. Okay. All the way on top. And then we'll put the green. You can't tell, but I also inked the edges of this green. Okay. Okay. And now I'm going to put the pocket here, but it's a little bit too long. I'm going to have to trim it a little bit, just a smidgen. Because I don't want it sticking out. So even if I did give you measurements in the cut list, a lot of times when you cut, you know, you're doing a little bit off, or after you fold the page, you're missing some of the width because of the fold. So always put it down before you glue it, and make adjustments. Okay, so now I'm going to glue it on 3 sides, and the side that is not glued I'm going to keep on the outside, and this is where the pocket opening is going to be. Okay, and now I want to put it here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put another white here. Let me put it this way. Actually, it's nicer. Okie dokie. Okay. So this piece is 2 1/4 by 5 3/8. No, 5 5/8. 3 1/4 by 5 5/8 over the flat pocket. Okay. This is B1. It's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and this will go over here. This maybe will go there. I don't know. So this one is over B1. Okay. I'm going to tape this one. I'm going to glue this one also like a flat pocket. Don't have to, we can just do all of it, but here we go, like that. And I have these little pieces. We have a few of those that we cut, and I showed you in the first video, I use my scallop scissors to just cut it as an scallop, and it's a cute little thing to just tuck things in. Okay, so over here I have 2 pieces of white that are 5 5/8 by 4. And we're going to put them like that. You can choose also to do this as a flat pocket or not. It's up to you. But to do a flat pocket, you take the piece that you have. If this is 1.5 inches, you cut it at the width, you add another 1/4 inch. So if this is 1.5, I'll trim it at 5 3/4. And again, to the width. If this is 5 3/4, I'm going to add a 1/4 inch. So we got 2 pieces. Five 3/4 by 6. So when you take this and you put it over, you have a 1/4 inch border. So yeah, I think I mentioned this collection has a lot of very pretty borders. So it's a lot of different interesting patterns. Not so much color blocking going on, but you can create the color blocking with the solid cardstock. But interesting patterns, definitely. Makes it really fun because you have a lot of different patterns on the pages. Okay. I'm going to put some glue on here. Where's my other one? So this was actually one long one on the 12 by 12 page, and I cut it in half. And then I cut a little bit more off because half will be 6 inches and I need this to be 5 3/4. So I just trimmed a little bit off more of this one. Okay, so I'm taking the 2 white pieces and putting it on the top part. That's 1. That's 2. And the flat pockets will go here. Okay, this one is just a little too long. They're both a little too long. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim here. Okay. And the 3 sides. Making sure that it can close properly. And over here it's popping out a little bit, so I'm going to take out a little bit here. Okay. That's the fun thing about watching me live, doing it live. When I do it live, you can see the process, why I decide to cut here, cut there, why I made the measurement, because it's never the same when I start from when it finished. It's always, it's fluid, it's moving, you know, it's changing all the time. I can put this here. If I put this here, I need to put something similar over here. And let me see if I have any more. I have one more here. See how I keep all my strips here? I'm going to take this. Okay, I don't even have to measurement. I just want to mark it right there. And I think that adding those little elements, you know, they're just the little things that you have left over from cutting all the paper. They really make a difference in the album. Okay, and put it here and one there. So much easier to do an album with regular glue rather than with a double side glue. Just faster. Okay, let's see what embellishment I'm going to put. We have those little things. Maybe we'll put something circular. I know it looks crooked, but the cutout was crooked. I just followed the line. I did not use a punch this time. Sometimes if I have a circular pattern, I use a punch, but the plate itself was not straight. I have this one. Maybe I'll just put this one. I have another one left. Maybe I'll continue the theme. Do one more. Cute. Do we want this little tchotchke? No. No, no, no. How about cups? No. 1 cup. We can put it here over the border. So it'll bring the red from here to over here and balance it out. And now it's finished. Very nice. So then later on we can put some tags here. Like that. Okay. And maybe we put something a little bit here. What do you want to put there? Okay, the pomegranate. I did my best fussy cutting it. I don't like fussy cutting. Ronelle, I'm happy that you're happy to watch the live classes. I'm here to answer any questions you have. It just might take me a minute because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, and it takes me a minute to read the comments. But I'll get to it. So here's the pomegranate. It looks so much better after it's inked. And sometimes, you know, if there are areas inside that you want to accentuate, I'll take a little bit of like a marker, and you can go over it. This is a very, very fine black pen, so that you can just go over some areas to give it more definition, but it doesn't take over the design itself. Like that. And I like to use the ink around the edges so that you wouldn't see the where I left a little bit of white over there. Okay, because there's some areas like over here that you can't really cut too much because then it will tear off. Okay, and put it like that. What you doing? My dog came to visit. Hi. Okay, just need a tissue. Okay, just want to wet it a little bit, and I can take that little bit of glue that is spilled over here. Okay, lovely. That's it. I think this section is finished. And that's B. And if I take the A1 here and the B here, and I'm going to be putting it together back to back. So let's take the A1 wing. Just make sure that they're both the right side. You don't want to have to glue one on the right, one upside down, right? Okay, so this is both the right side. And let's put this one down. I'm going to glue this wing here. Okay. All right, this one is finished. Thank you, Ronelle. I appreciate it. Okay, we do. I don't know. Again, let me see if I missed any. Oh, hi, Sharon. And Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And Chantel. Hi. Ooh. And Trish. Hi, Trish. We have so many that are watching on Facebook, and unfortunately, I can't really see the comments here. Let me see if I can see over here. Okay. Okay. Wow. Can't see it. C, number C. Okay. Those little clips, I love them when I do my page and I put all the pieces together. Very, very handy for everything. Okay, C1. C1 is 6 by 7.25, and it is double scored on both sides again. Okay, so I have scored double score here and double score here. So that's what you get after you fold it. Okay. I have a 6 by 6 surface with 2 wings and a eighth of an inch return there. So again, I'll be working on this piece with the wings on the top and on the bottom. This is going to be my openings on the side. Okay, so for C1, I have, let's see, C2 and C3. I have one, the C2 is 6.5, scored once by 6. Okay. And then C3 is also 6.5 by 6. I think I took out a smidgen out of it already. I'm going to put one flap like this and one flap like that. Okay, so C2 is a left flap. It's going to go on the left side. Remember, I have the wing on top. Go all the way to the left. C3 is going to be on the right. Okay. I have these two identical pieces, C2 and C3, and they're going to go on the outside of the two flaps. So these are 5 3/4 by 4. And this is the same exact size. Okay. And I want to show you how lovely it looks where I inked both the pattern paper and the flap. So you really see the border. It just gives it a little bit of, it doesn't blend all in. Really pretty. Okay. So the insides of these, I already prepared ahead of time. So I did 2 white pieces here. Okay, they're 5 3/4 by 4. And I just added a little piece of lace here with a 1/4 inch wide left over from the pattern paper that I have. So I'm going to put one here on the right and one here on the left. And I did it in advance because it takes a little longer to dry on the lace, and I didn't want to do it on camera, because then it'll stay a little wet, and then I put it down and it get glued all over the place. So I just did it in advance. So I took a little piece of lace, 4 inches, and put it down. Okay. Hi, Anna Rosa. How are you? Okay. So these are 2 flaps. And now over here, I have this C1 as a background, which I did not ink yet. So this is 3 3/8 by 5 3/4. And over here, then I have this piece that will go here. It's 1/2 inch by 5 3/4, and then I'll have a pocket right there. So I'm always start at the top. Okay, so this is my top piece. And then I have this one. Okay, and then I'll put the pocket. So the pocket is C4. It's 2 1/4 by 7. And it is scored twice on the 7-inch side and once on the 2 1/4 inch side. And it's a pocket, so I'm trimming the edges so that when I fold it, it's not going to overlap on itself. Let's flatten it just a little bit so it'll sit better. And I'm gluing the wings on the outside. And I'm going to put it right here at the bottom. Okay. And I took this one. It says special day. It's 1 1/2 by 5 3/4. And this will go right there. So this is C4 pattern paper. I'm going to go right there. So now, if we'll do a little, we have a little pocket, we can just put things here. Cute. Okay. Lovely. All right. So notice I did not put any magnets in this album. I'm keeping it really nice and simple without any added too much stuff, you know? So, okay. On to section D. Okay, let me see what we have here. In section D, usually when I do one like that, I start really complicated, and as I get to the end of it, I get tired, and then the pages start being more and more simple. But for some reason with this album, the way I designed it, I started really simple and it went and got more and more complicated. I don't know if it's complicated, it just have a little more components to it. Okay, so this is D1. And let me flip the page. So D1, my base for D1 is 6 by 6. I have D2 is a top flap. Let's see where D2 is. That's D2. That's my D2. Okay. So I'm going to take this out because this will go on the bottom of D1. This will go on D1, and it's one of the parts that I do last. So I'll put this on the side. Okay. D2 is 6 5/8 by 6, scored once. Scored twice. It's 1/2 inch and it's 5/8, and I'm going to put it on top. It's a top flap. Okay. And we have this here. They're pretty. And another lace embellishment right here on the top. So first, let's take this one. I cut out this beautiful image of a teapot. So it's 4 5/8 by 5 3/4. 4 and, no, this is 5, sorry. 5 by 5 3/4. Top flap. I wrote 4 5/8, but it's not, it's 5. Or maybe I meant for this to be here. I think this is on the back side. Yeah, this goes on the back side. Okay. All right, I'm going to fix it to 5 inches. 5 inches. By 5 3/4. Okay, so this will go here on the left side. Okay, it's my top flap, so it's going on the left side of the top flap. Okay, and I'm going to put this lace over the solid color. So I'll put the solid color over here. It's a 1/2 inch by 5 3/4. And this will go right here on top of it. It's a stretchy lace, so it's a little tricky. Okay. Now I'm going to the top part. This will go here. I think that's the side I chose. Okay, so on the back side, 4.5 by 5 3/4. This will go on the left. I have no questions. Okay. Hi, Ana Rosa. Yes, I like Granada also. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And I have Sharon from Cape Town. Hi, Sharon. So I have a flat pocket here. This one is 2.5 by 6. Already inked the edges of it, so I'm just going to put it over here on the left, all the way to the left. And I have a solid color in cream. It's 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so D3 solid color. And I'm putting this on the left side of the pocket, trying to align it with the pattern paper. And then I have this little strip here that's a 1/4 inch by 5 3/4. Then I'm going to put over here. Okay, so that's that. But this was D2. It's not D3. This is D3. And D3, I have a pocket here. And I have a flap here. And this flap, what am I doing with this flap? It's a left flap. Oh, it's a pocket over the flap. I forgot. I'm doing a pocket over flap. Okay, and D4 is a flat pocket over D3. This will go here. Like that, something like that I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. The thing is, I'm doing something. I'm trying to remember later what I did, and I can't remember for the life of me. All right, so this is my left flap. And it is 6 5/8 by 4.5. So this is D6. I'm going to put this at the bottom. Sorry, at the bottom side, but on the left, because it's a left flap. Just make sure I'm putting it straight. Okay, and I'm going to take my pocket and I'm going to put it over the flap. So this is D3. And it's 7 scored on both sides by 5 scored ones. And I like my pocket flaps. Okay, I'm going to put this on the top over here. And I put a little mark there thinking maybe I'll do magnets, but then I decided I'm going to do this album without any magnets for a change. Okay. See if I have any. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Sharon says she's enjoying the project. I appreciate it. I decided to do something fun today instead of working on the weekend. And I had this that Stamperia sent me to do project with, and I said, let's just do this. So this way, when the collection comes out, people will have already something prepared that they can do. And it's really all you need for this particular project is 1 pack of the 12 by 12. You don't need anything else. You know, you need just 1 pack. You can choose to do with, if you want the cutouts or die cuts or anything like that. And I might do on the cover some rice paper. So I put aside 2 sheets of rice paper for the cover, and I thought that would be fun. This is something that I usually don't do, but I'm trying to do different things, you know. Okay, so I put the flat pocket over here. So the flat pocket measurement is 2.5 by 6, and I put it over the D3 pocket. Okay, so we have double pocket here, flat pocket here, and a regular pocket here, and it's a pocket flap. All right, so I have those 2 borders cut out, and I'm going to combine this with solid color. So for the bottom, the solid color strip is 1 inch, I think. This is, I think it's 1 inch. Maybe over a little bit, like 1 1/8. No, lady, no, no whining. What time is it? It's still too early for dinner, honey. Okay, and I'll put it here. So it's, yeah, it's the same size as this. So it's 1 1/8 by 5 3/4. And this one also is 1 1/8 by 5 3/4. I want this on the right or on the left. Let's put this one like that. Okay. And now over this, right where the pocket ends and the other one begins, I'm going to put the other pattern. Now we can put it on in reverse, or we can put it in the same, going the same way. Let's put it going the same way. And let me see, which side did I ink? Both sides are the same. Okay. Put it like that. And this is 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4. pretty. Okay, so I have a piece of white cardstock, 5 3/4 by 4, and I'm going to put it on the flap side, on the other side of the flap, I mean. And I have a little embellishment that I'm going to put here at the corner. And again, I cut it in scallop. And maybe we'll put it on the top part. And I'm only gluing 2 sides so that I can tuck something here, like that. Okay. All right, so what do we have here? D9, what is D9? D9 is a mat. Where am I putting a mat? Oh, I want to put the mat in here because it's a pocket. Remember, it's a pocket. I'm going to put this over here. Very cool. Okay, so this I'll put the background. And this is D1. Four and a half by 5 3/4. 4.5 by 5 3/4, and this will go all the way on the top. And I have a D7 that's 6 by 1 1/4 will go all the way on the bottom, and that's a flat pocket. And I think I need to trim it just a little bit because it's too close to here. No, actually it goes okay. It's fine. It's fine. It closes just great. And then I have D7 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'll put this on the bottom. And this little strip that I didn't ink because it really doesn't have a whole lot of room there, but I just do a little bit, just a teeny bit. So I put the strip here, and you see it breaks the two pattern papers so that you can, get a definition of a pocket there and here. Okay. So now what we want to do here is put the mat. So D9 is 5 3/4 by 5 1/2, and there's no score lines or anything. And over that, I have a piece of solid color that is 1 inch by 5 5/8. And it'll go right here on the top. And I took this piece that I fussy cut from the cover page. It says Sweet Memories. And I'll put it right there, the center. Looks like a little bit like a bone. Okay. And this fits right into the pocket like that. So we can do this as the cover or this like that. We can choose it either way. Maybe we'll put something here. It looks a little bit bare to my taste. Just a bit too bare. I have this one left. Maybe I'll put this one here. Okay, let's cut it to 5 5/8. I need to trim a 1/4 inch here. Maybe a little more. So it'll be same as the other one, I guess. 5 5/8 by 1. Let's see. Hi, Monica. How are you? You know, if I'm going to do a kit, I guess I could, because this is a new collection. But the kit don't really have a whole lot, because all I'm going to have really for this little album is 112 by 12 and a couple of rice papers. And then the rest is just the usual, the chipboard, the binding tape, that kind of thing. So if you want, I'm happy to do a kit. Yeah, okay. I think this is good right there. I don't know if I want to put this on top or this on top. Maybe put a little bit of embellishment there. Let's see what embellishments I want to put here. This will be kind of cool, but it's a little too big. Let's see, what else do we have? This is cute, those 3 cups. And oh, you know what I forgot? I totally forgot. I made embellishments from the oh my god, I can't believe I just forgot that. I made embellishments from the mold to use, which we can color and put. Ha ha. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it, and I'm probably put something from here like that. So these are from the mold, and this is the mold, and I used air dry clay to create those impressions, and I thought it would be kind of fun to add this to the album. So I'm going to leave some areas so that I can attach it to it. Yay! Okay, so we're not doing it today because I still need to paint them, but I'm going to leave this one here, and I'm going to put some clay embellishments on there. Okay, so this is finished. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about that. That's because I've done it 2 days ago. I wanted it to dry. Okay, next. I have a section here that I have a lot of paper on. So we just did section D. And we're moving on to section E. This is E. Let's put these two together. You know what? I'm not going to put it together. Maybe I'll switch it around. Because it looks like this one is going to be a little heavy. This one has some fun things going on. Okay. I don't think this is E. I think this might be F. This is G, this is H. This is F. I think maybe I took E and F together. Why didn't I mark it? That's not very smart of you, Tim. Okay. Just bear with me 1 second while I try to remember what I've done here. So this is F. And so this is F and this is F. And all this is F. Where's E? Where's my E? This is G. Okay, I think this is, this might be part of it. And I don't know where the other part is. Okay. I'm here. I'm just trying to, I think I'm missing something here. I'm trying to find where I put part of section E, which is really strange. Where did it go? Maybe it's on my other desk because I worked on it yesterday. I'll be right back. Miss Charlotte. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is probably just move on to another section and try to find it later, because I don't know where the hell I put it. I only have part of it. Okay. So for now, I'll put it here, and I'm just going to do the next one. And it'll show up sooner or later. It's probably here buried under something else. Okay, so we'll do section F. Okay, the F base is 6 by 6. That's my base. I have to arrange all of the parts. It has a lot of parts, this one. Okay. It's kind of fun. So I have F2 and F3. And F2 is a left flap, and F3 is a right flap. This is not a 6 by 6. This is my mat. And it's my base. Cut a base. I might not have cut a base yet. Okay, 6 by 6. 1, 2. So this is my F1. And F2 and F3 are identical. They're 6 5/8 by 6. And I'm just going to fold them. And I'm going to put F2 on the left side and F3 on the right side. Just going to clean the tip of my glue. So F2 here. Just pull it a little bit. Okay, I'm just looking here on the left side. I want it not to be all the way to the edge. So I just pulled it out a little bit. Same thing, F3 is on the right. Okay, I have a question. Oh, thank you, Terry. When you start a new album, do you make a plan beforehand or do you play as you like? It depends. If I do an album just for me, for fun, I play as I go. Like I start and I make the pages and as I go. But a lot of times I'll do a tutorial like this one. And when I do a tutorial, I plan ahead because if I have to tape my whole process from beginning to end, it can take a long time, many, many hours. So, and then I'm going to be spending my time editing and it's just very time consuming. So I plan ahead and then I put it together. So this particular album, because I only had one pack and I wanted to limit myself to one pack, I took the paper pack and I cut it to sections, and then I planned the album around my pattern paper. So you can, when you view my first video in the tutorial, you can actually see my thought process, why I decided to cut here and there, and you know, it'll give you a good idea of my process. So, okay, so F2, I think I want to do this one here at the top. I try to take images that are center, you know, that are, you know, I don't want to say pretty because all the patterns are pretty, but kind of, you know, give a focus on something that I like. So, and put those in the front page. Like this one will be my front page. So I chose this image. Little cute snail over here. Look at that cute little snail. It's such a cute touch. Okay. So the second, this is F3, and the top of F3 we'll have this one here. So what goes on top of F3? I think this goes here. Okay. So this time I doing a belly band, but I did not do folds, which I really should have. I really should, you know. Yeah, let me add some folds to it. I'm going to put this aside a minute, and I'm just going to cut a couple of hinges. What's the size of this? It's 4 1/4. So 4 1/4, and I'm going to do 4 1/4 by 1, and I'm going to score it in the middle. And create a hinge. The reason I'm doing it is because I originally cut it not to have a hinge, to be a belly band, like a flat belly band, but I'm changing my mind again. So I'm just going to add a hinge here. One here and one there. You're welcome. Okay. So now when I put it down with the hinges, it'll have a little bit more space here. Like I'll be able to slip the photo mat here easily. Okay. So I'll put this beautiful, beautiful image on top here. Okay, I'm going to put here that I added hinges so that I remember. Section F. This one was on top of the right flap. Belly band. Add hinges. Giving myself notes so when I create the cut list for you that I will not forget to put it there. Okay, so I have these two and I have these two. So the solid color is 3 1/4 by 5 3/8 will go on the bottom of the two sides of the belly band. Yes, no, maybe. No, sorry. This will go on the two sides of the photo mat. The photo mat to be like that. Yeah, this will go on two sides of the photo mat like that. Because I have to explain why I'm making those decisions. Because it would have been nice to put this on top, but the color over here is white and the white kind of clashes a little bit here and I didn't like it. So it's okay to put it down like that. And I can hide it a little bit. But then when I slip the photo mat here, you'll see the pink. So it'll give it a nicer frame. It's just a matter of color decision. So this is 1 inch and I'm going to put it under here like that. Same thing on the other side. But symmetrical. So that the brown border is on the outside. Okay. And I'm going to take the piece of white paper and put it in the center of the mat. Okay. I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit and then this mat was slit right under here. Okay, so I'm going to put this on this side for now and let it dry. Okay, so we have the left flap covered on the outside and the right flap is covered on the outside. Now we have those sections here. Now guess what I have? I have two more flap, two more right flap and left flap. This time I only single scored it. So there's a single score. So this is F5 and F6. Oh my goodness, my neighbor with her dog, every time she walks, my dogs go nuts. They go nuts. All right, so I'm going to put it, I'm going to close the door. Hold on. Lady, shush. Okay, I closed the door so you won't hear them as much. Okay, so F5 and F6, left flap and right flap are 6.5 by 6, and it is a single scored. I'm going to put one of them here on the left. Make sure that, again, that when you fold it, it's not going to interrupt the folding line right there. And this one here. Okay. I know. We have a lot of fold. Look, when you open it all up, you have 5 of them. Isn't that crazy? Okay. So what are we going to do here? Because over here we don't have a whole lot going on. So let's see what we're doing here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages to cover. That's a lot of pages to cover. I made 6 tiny pockets. Okay, tiny pockets are 3 3/4 by 3 1/4. And they're all the same size. And what did I do here? It's just the same. Yeah. For a second, I thought maybe it wasn't. So after you fold those pockets, you're going to get a square that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So they're square pockets. Let's see if any more says. Oh. Hi, Laura. Thank you for the kisses. Oh, Sharon, I'm sorry that it's 11, but you know, after the live is done, I'll have it available on YouTube, and it'll be available here for you to watch. So go to sleep, honey. It's like really late over there. But I do the same thing. Like every night when I go to sleep, when I get in bed, for at least a half hour, I watch a live. I watch something, not a live. I mean, I watch a video, because there are a lot of the lives that I miss. So every night I watch some tutorial. And there's so many good ones out there. Okay, so we have 6 pockets. And when this is closed, I have 3 pages. So I think I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is where we're going to put our pockets. Over our pockets, I have cut those little squares, and they're going to go over a solid color and over the pocket. So it'll be something like that. They're pretty pockets. I think so. I think they're really pretty. So that's the plan. And then we're going to put in the background we're going to put solid colors like that. And then more solid colors like that. 1, 2. And the pattern paper as a border on the top. So it'll look something like that on all 3 pages. Okay. So now I just have to create a plan where I am putting these things. So I think I'll do it like that. Like that. And this will go here, and this will go here, and this will go here. And of course I'm missing 1 strip. Where's my last one? I'm missing 1 of these. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'll put the pink here. Okay. These are my backgrounds. I'm going to go ahead and glue it all down. So I like this little color blocking action that's going on here. All right, so I'm going to put it about 1/8 of an inch from the edge and 1/8 of an inch from here. I just want to remind you again, if you just joined and see it for the first time now, that I did ink all of my pieces already. Okay, Sharon, what do you got? You staying? Because you can start late tomorrow. It's going to be a Blue Monday anyway, and I am enjoying this live. Oh, that's so sweet. I actually have to go to work tomorrow. And Mondays, I always go into the office. So, okay. So I put it 1 here and 1 there. Yeah, so if you like my lives, maybe I'll do them more often. I was thinking to do a regular standing appointment for the lives. So this way everybody knows when to expect to do me to go on. I'll try to do it a little earlier though, because I think I started this a little late. I planned on doing it earlier in the morning. Just have to come up with faster projects, or at least do part of it. And was just talking to a friend today that I'm going to be offering her class on my website. So I'm going to have a link to her class. She's going to have an online one, Nellie. And so I was telling her, I said, well, maybe that will give me a push also to put classes online as well. I have to start doing that again. Okay, so here we go. So every time to see your comment, I have to touch the screen. Oh, yes, please. Okay, I'm planning on it. I am definitely planning on it. Okay, put this here. So these are strips of 1/2 inch. Let me see if I put the measurements for these. Pocket. So these are 2.5 by 2.5. No, it's not 2.5. Why did I write 2.5? Let's see. It's 2. Oh, the 2.5 and 2 by 2.5 are these square ones. That's the ones. I don't know if I put the measurements for these. Okay, so these are 2 7/8. 2 7/8 by 4. 2 7/8 by 4. And then we have strips that are 1/2 inch by 2 7/8. Now we have the measurements. Okay, let me put the green one here. It's a really pretty color palette, you know, it's very easy on the eye. Oh no, I don't want to put this here. This goes here. I don't want to put cream over cream. Here we go. And this green here. And those strips are 1 inch wide by 5 3/4. So the cutting is actually, it's going to be easy. I'm not going to have the schematics like I sometimes do, because it's just one pack and most of it is pre-cut. You know, you'll have all my cutting in the video. The first video that I made of cutting of the paper is all taped. So you'll be able to see exactly where I cut everything. And then I put everything in the tray. And as you follow the video, you'll take the piece and then you make adjustments. For example, if I took a border and it was 12 inches by 1 inch, and then I made 2 pieces that are 5 3/4 of it, then you know to take this piece and cut it, because this is where it came from. So it's not that difficult. Okay, so now I want to take those pockets, put this aside for a second, and just give it a light inking here around the edges. Here, the pockets I have to ink after it's folded. I think what I need to do is make work table that is like an L shape or U shape. And this way I have more space to my right and to my left. Make my life easier instead of piling everything up. Okay. So now let's just put this on top. Okay, cute. You can also choose to trim the edges if you want, make the edges rounder or scalloped. You know, you have like scissors that can cut edges in different shapes. Just make sure when you're putting these images on the pockets that you're putting on the right side. Don't put it upside down. That's two. I don't know. Put it this way here. Here. And that, like that. Okay. Actually, right. I really like those squares, like little images. It's fun. Okay. The white is without the ink. These white ones are without the ink. These do have ink. I don't know if you can see here, you can see it like that. This one you mean? Yeah, I don't put a lot of ink on the white ones. Just put a little bit. This is like a vanilla, I think it's called, this color. It's like cream color, has a little bit of that yellowish tint. Okay, I think we did most of them. And this one doesn't matter which way it goes. It's like a tile. Spanish ceramic tiles. They're really famous for their hand-painted tiles. Okay, be careful with this one. It has a little word here. Don't miss it, because then you can put it upside down. It goes this way. Okay, we have our 6 pockets. Let's see where we're putting them. So I'll put this one here. And this one here. And this one here. And okay, and there's pink here. Pink, okay, I think that's okay. I kind of like it like that, because I only have one green. That's all I had left. I'm going to put it in the center, but I'm going to leave equal space around the edge. And I'll show it to you in a second, what I mean by equal space. Okay. So over here, I didn't put it all the way to the bottom. Since I centered it here, there is like a 1/16 of an inch still showing from the green here and the pink here. So I left a 1/16 of an inch showing on the bottom as well. See? So that it'll have equal border around the pocket. And this way is just symmetrical, you know, it gives it a nice look. And a couple more. This one here. Two more. And last one. Look how pretty it is. I think it's so pretty. The color blocking. Okay. All right, so for these pockets, you wonder what we're going to put in there. So in the collection, we have all the months, and I opted to leave them like that. I did not reglue it on something. You know, in the beginning, I was contemplating which side I will use, and then I'm thinking, why do I have to decide on a side? Just going to make a pocket, and it can fit right in there. Okay, so we're just going to put, we have 6 pockets. We can put 2 each in those pockets like that. Okay. October, November, December, you can arrange it any way you like, put it any side you want, but this is basically what I want to put there, like that. Okay, so for these pockets, that's what we're putting in. And then you can take it out, you can journal here, you can circle important dates. So if you want to remember everybody that has their birthday in June, for example, then you write it down here. Or if you want to remember important dates, just put it down. And I think it's kind of cute to just do it this way. So, okay, so this is these pages. Now, let's see what we're doing. We have 4 sections here to still do. And I don't think I prepared enough for all of them. I think I prepared enough for 2. So for 2, we're going to put white and do a pocket. Oh, I did prepare. Hold on. This goes like that. Let me put this way. This goes like that. And this will go here maybe like that. This will be a pocket like this. Okay, that's my arrangement. Okay. So I have those strips. They are 1 1/8 by 5 and 5/8, 5 4/4, 5 3/4, 4/4, 5 3/4. And I'll put them like that. So I put one here. And it's the same one on the other side. Symmetrical, so I'll put the green border on the outside. Okay. Then I have the white. And these whites are 4 by 5 3/4. No, these are 4 1/2 by 5 3/4. So this is F5, F6. Okay. Put one here and one here. Okay. Got a little stain on here, but it's okay. I can always put some embellishment on it and cover it up. And a flat pocket. So the flat pockets are F7. They're 2 3/4 by 6. And they're going to go on the bottom, all the way to the bottom. Just make sure that it's not interrupting any movement here. It's okay. Maybe a little bit. Should make it a little bit shorter, just a smidgen. Okay. So this is going to go over F7. 2.5 by 5 3/4. And the solid color is 2.5 by 5 3/4. Right? Nope. It's 3 by 5 3/4. It's 3 by 5 3/4. Okay. So these actually go over F2 and F3. 3 by 5 3/4. 2. Yeah. Right, because this is F2 and F3. Okay. But I wrote it over F7. I think oops. I'm talking and I put the glue where I shouldn't put the glue. It's a flat pocket. So these solid ones will be F7 also, even though they're on top of F2 and F3. I am talking too much. Okay. And this is F7 over the flat pocket. Okay, and I'm just going to put something here to cover that boo-boo here because I have a little bit of ink that went over here. And let's see what we're going to put there. How about it's a little too big. It's a little too big. So let's see something smaller. Oh, have this, but it's really, can't really tell what it is. I don't like that. Okay. Oh, this one. Thank you. For you. Woohoo. Okay, I like this one. Make sure you put it all the way to the corners, or the corners will start coming up. Okay. You know, if you want, you can put those edges here for the photographs, you know. How about that? Instead of wasting these, and we can just put it there. How about that? Let's see. I'll just glue the edges. These are the corners that I cut from the pockets. All right. Okay, Renelle to say thank you for your album tomorrow. You're welcome, honey. Bye, Renelle. You're very welcome. Okay. So Renelle was crocheting over 100 small flowers to her friend between yesterday and today. Oh, I used to crochet. I used to crochet. I remember those days. And, you know, I had this project in my head to do flowers. And I never got around to it. Crocheted a lot of different things, but I could never bring myself to crochet so many flowers. Oh my God. It's crazy. So question is, do we do just 2 corners or 4? I'm going to leave it to you to decide. I don't know. Hi, Penny. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. So that's this page. It's kind of hefty. There's a lot going on in here. I really should do a belly band to close it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do a belly band, but I'm going to add a piece of ribbon to this page so that we can close it. Because it's a little... And ribbon. What color should we do? Should we do a green? How about the green? Let's see. Okay, so this piece is 34 inches. This is my middle part. Let me see where my middle is, and I'm going to start at the back and put it in the middle. And it'll tie like that. Just very simple. Okay. Okay. And let's do section G. I think this will be the last one for now, and then I'm going to have to look for my other ones. Oh, this is G. This is also G. Well, we have two sections G's. No, this is H. This is H. This is G. So we have 3 more sections to do. All right, let me just clear up my clips. And these little pieces, maybe I'll keep those. Maybe I'll add those to more white. I kind of like that. Okay. See what we have here. Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, that's a fun one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just missing my base. Now I'm gonna go wash my hands because I have glue all over my fingers. Sorry, I just dropped an empty box because I have empty boxes here. Just got some new collections that were delivered. And I emptied the boxes, and now I have to open them all up. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. Okay. Base for this section is going to be 6 7/8. What am I doing here? 6 5/8 by 6. 6 5/8 by 6. That's my base for G. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and score it. Double score on the right and double score on the left. And that's G1. Okay. Okay, so this is the base. I don't know why it looks a little small. What did I do? I had the measurement off. It's not right. I was off. I am sorry. Again. Okay, 6. It's not 6 5/8 by 6. What am I talking about? It's 7 1/4 by 6. It's 7 1/4 by 6. Because I usually, when I do my 8 by 8s, I score one side on each base. So all of my bases are identical. And this one I'm doing differently. This one I'm double score. I'm doing the 2 wings on one side and then the other side don't have any. Okay. All right, so 7 1/4 by 6. And now I'm going to have a 6 by 6 base. There we go. Here are my 2 wings. Okay. I have to mark my page here because I wrote it wrong. It's 7 1/4. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so here I have 4 flaps. The first one, G2, is 6 3/4 by 6. Six and 3/4 by 6, and it is double scored, but it is double scored a 1/4 inch, not an 1/8 of an inch. So I scored it at the 1/2 inch line and at the 3/4 inch line. Okay. So here I have a 1/4 inch there. That's G2. G3 is 6 5/8 by 6, and it is double scored normally at a 1/2 inch and at 5/8 of an inch. So over here, there's only an 1/8 of an inch. Okay, see the difference? This is a 1/4 inch. This is an 1/8 of an inch. And then G4 and G5. Where's my bone tool? G4 and G5 are single score. at a 1/2 inch. So they're 6.5 by 6 single scored. Okay. So I scored it at the 6.5 inch line. So the way that I'm going to attach these together, okay, G1 is a right flap, and it's going to go over my base. And this is my base. This is going to go over the base. Let's glue it. That's G2. That's the one with a 1/4 inch. I'm putting it on the right side. Okay. My base has the top, the wings on the top and on the bottom. I'm putting it on the right. I'm just going to turn it over so that it's easier for me to attach. Okay. And it is totally crooked. Okay. Okay. So this is my right flap. Let's take G3. G3 is going to go on the top of G2. Okay. Okay, so remember, this is your base. This is the right flap, G2, and G3 is going on the top of the inside of the flap, not on the outside. Okay, that's the outside of it when it's closed. After you flap it, it's going to go on the top. G4 is going to go on the left side of the G3 that you just applied. It's going to go over here. Okay. That. And I might have to just trim it a little bit because no, maybe I won't. Maybe I don't have to. Looks fine. It's good. Okay. And then the last one, G5, is going to go on the bottom over here of G4. Okay. I'm just going to turn it around so that I can burnish it. Okay. So this is what we get. We get a flap that opens to the right and opens to the top and opens to the left and opens down. Okay, that's what we get. Like that. Interesting? Yeah, kind of fun. Kind of fun. Now this is going to be a little bit hefty, so maybe we should also put either a ribbon or something to close it. Okay, really should have something. Question is, what do we want? I don't know if I want to put magnets here. We decided we're not doing this with magnets, right? So we did this with a ribbon Do we want to do another one with a ribbon? I don't know what I want to do. Okay, it's taking me too long to make a decision here. And you know what? I am just going to do a ribbon. How about that? So we have two parts with a ribbon. It's totally fine. But I think this time I am just going to put it in the corner. Okay, so let me see. I don't know. I don't like making decisions like that. Okay. I want to keep it simple with as little as possible materials. So I'm doing a ribbon again. Okay. Now, Sharon, you want a kit? I can make you a kit. You know, the kit is not going to have too many things in it because it is going to be quite a limited number of materials. So I can do a kit. Okay, so I took this one page cutouts, and these are 6 by 6, but I want to trim them to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So this is a single page. Let's see how it goes. This is here, this is here, and this is here, or no. I think this goes like this. I don't know. I don't really know. This goes like that. Just really odd over here. The pattern doesn't match. Something doesn't make sense to me with this pattern. Nope. Nope. Okay, it does not make sense at all. Because the writing here is to the side and the writing here is this way. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay. So I did not notice it when I was cutting the paper, but the writing here goes sideways, which is kind of weird. But it is what it is. Okay, so it's like that. And if I want to trim it, I'm going to trim from each corner, each side here, I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Okay. So let's do 1/8 of an inch here. And 1/8 of an inch here. This is, I'm gonna make sure that I have them, I'm setting them here in the right order. So this way each piece is gonna be 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Is it enough? It should be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Take more. Let's do them 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I'm taking 1/4 inch, not 1/8 of an inch from each side. Okay. Okay. So that's the right, that's the left, that's the bottom. So I'm making sure that I'm trimming the 1/4 inch off on the equal sides. And so it's away from the center out. So I'm taking the 1/4 inch out from the edges, the far edges from the center. Okay. Okay. Hi, Mitch. Hi, Bess. How are you? Okay. So the center stays equal, and I took the 1/4 inch from the outer sides. Now I just have to re-ink it. Told you it's complicated a little bit, but that's okay. We can handle complicated. You know, if you just follow me step by step, it shouldn't be too difficult. And you'll have the measurements correct on your cut list. Okay, so these are my 4 pieces. Now to put them here, we're going to open it up. Let's open the flap. Okay. That's it. And I'm going to put it like that on the inside. And I'm going to keep them in order. one. That's two. And we'll try to make sure that they are aligned. It's three. Okay, and it's four. Over here. Okay, so when this is closed, you won't see it, but as you open it, you'll see the pattern. That's kind of cool. Okay, now let's see what we're doing on the reverse side of things. So we have four reverse ones. I'm going to put it down because I don't want it to get glue all over it. So I have the white cardstock. Okay, and the question is, do I want it like this or like that? So how about we'll do 2 and 2? And it will give us a little variety. Okay. So these are a little less than 1 inch. They're 7/8 of an inch. But I think I did not. I left it at 6 inches. Yeah, it's okay. I left it at 6 inches. I would have cut it a little less. Okay, so that's one. And the one next to it, I'm going to do let's see. I'll do it this way. Okay. The one thing I don't like about when I'm working with white cardstock is that it gets dirty so quickly. When I have ink on my fingers, I always manage to get it on the cardstock. I think I did pretty good today. Okay, let's see. This one we'll do it this way. Here and here. It's such a pretty pattern paper. I really like the colors in it. All right, I can't see everybody that's here. Belinda, hi. Yeah, I'm still going. I am still going. It is, I'm doing a whole album in one shot. Doing the whole album in one shot. So I'm almost done with section G now. Okay. And we'll do it this way. Yeah, but I can't, just letting you know, it's I can't really see all the comments. Maybe I'll put it here next to me. Okay, so almost done, almost. But this album can really come together in one day, more or less, if you work all day. Okay, I'll put this here. See, it doesn't want to dry over fabric. It takes it just a smidgen longer. Here we go. Okay, so this one will close like that. And that's the base part. And I'll put the pattern paper on the right. So this is G1. And this is a flat pocket, the G6. Go over here. And it looks like it's just a bit too long. Let me trim it just a smidgen. Okay. And this will go here. Yeah, and I think after this part, I'm going to end the live and do the last two parts off live because it's getting late and I need to go walk my dog. Oh, hi Yvette. How are you, Yvette? What's going on? Hi Nelly. Yeah, I'm going. I figured since I'm doing it, I might as well just do the thing. Okay, so this is it. And we're gonna do something fun here. I don't know what yet, but this will close here. Okay, and let's see. How about we'll put this here. Okay. Okay. Maybe something there. But for now, this is good. I don't know what I'm gonna put there. I'm gonna think about it. All right, so I just have two more parts to finish and I think I'm done for the live today. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Those who stuck with me. Okay, I have about, I don't know, quite a few people who stuck with me for going for 3.5 hours now. I think I need to have some hot tea. So I will see you in the next video where I'm going to be finishing up. I'm going to do the 2 more sections and then let me know how you like it. Okay. Oh, and we'll do the cover, obviously. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.